close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number. Fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands,
Good morning, good morning. What is going on, everybody? I hope we're all having a great one out here. Let's go, let's go. How are we all doing today? Happy Thursday. It's weird to say that it's Thursday already. It's wild whenever you have these short weeks, how quick they go by. Got the Alan Walker going here today. Kicking us off here at the opening candle. Like this song. How we doing? Xavier, Hunter, Mason, Zachary, Toby, Tangi, Outlaw, Black Flower, Jason, in the house, Brain, Jake, Adventure, You Susan Chill, Strawberry Kale Shake loaded with the collagen on the ready. That's funny, I got my protein shake already made for today. We're locked and loaded as well. What's up, Sonya? SPY is selling down here at open, breaking under the low of pre-market. It started to try to hold around 592, but it ended up bouncing here. What the hell, SPY? Breaking right down once again. Elf's the big winner today, Jake said. Elf Beauty, ELF. E.L.F. Wow, 30%. What a weird reaction following those earnings yesterday, though. Wow. I know QUBT, QBTS are looking pretty wild. Maybe IONQ. QUBT had a lot of crazy action in pre-market, I noticed. It was a bit strange. AI, 23%. Did they have earnings? Yeah. I didn't even remember that they reported. I guess I only cared about Nvidia. That's funny. SNPS reported last night. I know they had that wild movement yesterday with the Trump China news. Cadence CDNS was moving a little bit from that too, falling off. Mason said, weird, everything's staying put and SPY's going by itself. Let's see, what is moving down today in the SPY? Like Starbucks. What's up with these banks? Goldman Sachs down 1%. How's JP Morgan? Yeah, I mean, they're not really down.
Here we go.
Maybe a couple are, but weird. This is a bit weird. Go open up our Mag 7 here. Microsoft pullback. Nvidia is actually having a nice green candle here on the 1 minute. Look at that at the bottom left chart. You can tell how laggy these charts are. Look at this. He's jumping. What's up, AK? Brain said Nvidia on the move. Looking great here. Yeah, coming back alive. If they could break their high of pre-market, that'd be sick. I want to see a 144 breakout. Let's look at the book map. Looking at the book map. Zooming in. 145 has the most shares stacked up. 2.6 million shares at 145. Wow. 2.6 million. Does that like line up well on the chart as resistance, or let's look. I mean, it's not perfect. It's pretty close to some good resistance on the chart, but the main resistance is overhead around 150, honestly. Yeah, 144 does have a stack, but yeah. You know what's weird? 144 has about 550,000. 143.50 has almost 200,000, and then 144.50 has 300,000 shares. Lots of stacks around this range, honestly. This whole area is just huge. That's what I'm getting from that. Sonia said AI. There we go. 29.50. They're continuing very well. C3 AI. 1 minute chart, not bad. 29.30. Okay. Nice C3. Looks like you're right about Oklo. OKLO. Oh, pretty good pullback starting to happen on the daily. That one could be fun in the short term. Oklo could be awesome. Let's see. Whoa, QUBT. What the hell kind of move? They had a great move on the first couple candles and now pulled all the way back. QBTS, similar action, but not as good. Yeah, for puts, AK. That's what we were looking at. I think Mike called it out in last night's video, but I liked the setup too. I thought it was pretty solid. Nvidia candle made my day. Nice profit in just 1 minute. There you go, Yusus. That Nvidia candle got you, but nice. Nvidia did come back well. I really want to see that 144 push today. It's too bad that the SPY isn't holding its ground. It actually looks kind of nasty in the way it's sold off since open. Nasty.
How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Greta. She doesn't like the word nasty, I guess. Let's go see Tesla down here. Contending with a big support from this morning. This range is going to be huge. Good morning, Tom. I made a quick scalp on AMD. Made 11 before I go to work. Nice. Quick scalp on AMD. Let's go check it. What'd you do on there? A little... Did you scalp it down or scalp it up? Probably scalped it back up, right? Haha, no, Greta. Yeah, it's probably been a while since you heard her. She's been waiting for you. Got a call up? Nice, that's what I thought. It's been great with no Gretas.
How dare you?
Oh, she don't like that either. 1.29%. It's funny how there's like a delay. I like clicked the button and it delayed like a half a second. Go check out Bank of America here, $44. Trying to hold the support. How about Boeing? Nothing crazy. Back to Tessie. Again, it's at that key pre-market support range. Outlaw left Nashville, Tennessee, and now in San Demas, California. Nice. So you left Nashville and now you're in California. Oh no, Outlaw. I think you did the opposite of what most people do. I'm just joking. That's pretty cool though. I hear Cali is very nice. Well, for the most part. Traveling for work. Heck yeah. Enjoy the nice weather there. I want to go catch a Dodgers game is what I want to go to. You're not living there? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Adventure can't wait to leave. You know, I will say the one thing that really makes me upset about California more than anything else, and trust me, there's a lot of substance with California that you could be upset with. The main thing is really just the cost of living. I mean, really, it's insane. It's utterly insane in some places. But besides that, the rest is pretty okay. LVS, Las Vegas Sands, win. Checking in on the casino stocks today. Maybe MGM. Let's look at them on the daily. They are pretty low right now in the grand scheme of things. MGM has been dipping a little bit. And they're starting to actually post a pretty good move off that recent low. Let's go, Dodgers. Hell yeah. I'd be down to go to the Dodgers game. I've never been there, but I need to go visit for sure. Robinhood app can barely keep up with all this action. Dodgers, yeah, they have been falling off a little bit. I looked and I saw that the St. Louis Cardinals record was almost as good as the Dodgers. I was like, what? How do you like those Cardinals, though? They're coming back. The Cards rule. Hey, let's go. Yeah, they're on fire lately. They've been really good. QUBT, going back to check in on them. I know they had that wild move earlier, but they are selling back down. Unfortunately, QUBT, big pullback. They had a good pre-market run going there. Definitely was nice for a minute. CRWV is climbing the watch list. CoreWeave. Moving back here. What's up, KO? If you're just now joining up, destroy that like. Autumn said, what's up with Meta? Yeah, they are in pullback mode, aren't they? Look at the Mag 7 this morning. There's been a lot of pullback. Apple, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, Amazon. They're up in the green, but they are pulling back a little bit from open. And it's causing the SPY to pull back. The SPY is kind of following along. Of course, you know, Mag 7 pretty big. But 590 coming up pretty soon. On the SPY, it's actually testing 591 right now. But 590 will be coming up next. That'll be a pretty big one if we can break under 591 here. $590. Guess I'll plot it up. I don't have it plotted for the sake of not having too many lines. Can you grace us with the old Oklo book map? Sure thing, Tangy. It says I'm already subscribed to it. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. There it is. All right, here's Oklo. There's more stacked up around 57 and yeah, 57, 58, 59, 60. It's kind of weird. That's a bit strange there. Tempest calls, AK said. TEM. Wow, it is bouncing right off the low of yesterday. Like perfectly off of it. Might not be the worst, AK. I wouldn't really expect too much move above 56, but not terrible. That's funny. I'm sitting here looking at the Cardinals record and the Dodgers record. They like literally are almost dead on. That's kind of funny. Two games off. Yeah, Tempest coming back pretty well, actually. Checking quantums here, QBTS. Not much support. Not really on the book map. Not on the book map. There are supports, though. Even though it just doesn't show a lot of good stacks, there's still good good supports all around. Like if we go to Oklo, like we can just find the support ourselves. Like right here is going to be a pretty good one. Right around this pre-market low from yesterday, I'd say. A lot of good hits around this range. Not surprised to see it bounce. Even though the book map doesn't show a ton there. I can't believe how well Tesla and Nvidia are holding up. Tesla's really trying to hold its ground here. This is going to be a big area for it to hold today. Right around this 362 to 363.50 support here. It might not be holding up too much longer. It's not looking the best. Needs to get through this big resistance. It's had a lot of trouble overhead here this morning. Ideally for the bulls, this support holds and we get a test of those highs at some point, but that's in an ideal world. The stock market almost is never ideal. Nvidia, yeah, perfect resistance touches. Rejections back down. It's still up pretty well from earnings. Not as much as maybe some people would have hoped, but it's definitely moved pretty well. It's falling back down now, which can be considered normal. Right at resistance. Zooming in on like a 1-minute chart, we're probably going to get a lot of chop here. We'll probably try to come up a little bit and then fade back off a little bit more. It's in a bit of a strange setup here. These post-earnings moves can be pretty wild. The best thing to do probably is just create an alert up here at the high of the day. Try to trade a high of day breakout or just check back in later, maybe whenever the setup materializes a bit more. There we go. Tessie dipping down towards that support. SPY almost a 590. Very key level. Yeah, Clow. SPY 590 is definitely the first bigger support that I'm watching for here today. 590 is actually looking pretty solid. We're seeing a pretty good hit. Very close to it already. Very nice 2-minute recovery here. Like to see that hit down there. Gonna draw out a lot of these touches on 590 recently. This is a big area of support. Going for Kale Shake number 2. Whoa. Daring today, aren't we? Nice. Nice little 3-minute bounce. It was pretty quick. Cloud said plug. Plug power, powering up. 4.3%. Looking at the daily of plug. They have been down in the dumps, but they are starting to come up pretty well off their base. Yesterday's candle was really nice. Today looks great as well. I could see a continuation here. Plug power. Looking solid. Watch for $1 coming up. That's going to be a big level. $1 even. Weird to say that plug is under $1. I'm watching them for a while. Coin, Carlos says. Recovering coin. Recovering a little bit for now. Pretty close to support with coin. Nice little support bounce here. See how much it can come up. If you're trading it up, Carlo, not a bad move. We'll see how long the support holds for. Whenever I zoom out, I get worried that coin's gonna pull back a bit more, but that's zoomed out pretty far. Accidentally sold all your Nvidia. Accidentally. How'd you do that? Nvidia's worrying me it might pull back a bit more here. It probably won't. It's probably just going to go flat, but I'd watch for that 140 support to hold. If it drops to 140, that could be a pretty good dip buy area. If you're looking to buy up the dip intraday. Sold your Uber puts 5 minutes too soon like always. And then they doubled in money. Wow, Uber did pull back pretty hard. 4.2%. What's up with this pullback? Was there like a reason for this, or is it just normal? I didn't see anything with them yet today, but I haven't looked at them. Not seeing much there. Banks told clients to sell. They were just really high. They were really high. Yeah, this could just be a natural pullback coming in. It is a pretty nasty candle, I gotta say. But looking at Uber, they do have their fair share of nasty pullbacks, so it's not too crazy. Close arm puts, my view says. Arm puts. Arm bounce right off support, actually, too. 134. Very nice support bounce there by arm. It's a big support for them to hold. Pretty good. I wish Nvidia would bounce off 140. We might not get grace with that, but it would be perfect if it could. Market's going to reverse today and trap the bears, AK asked. I could see it continuing to hold its ground here some point soon. 590 is pretty nice. It would be awesome to see SPY hold its ground here and continue the trend. If it were going to hold anywhere, 590 would be where I pick. It'd be good to see those bears get trapped. I would lean that way, considering how a lot of these stocks have moved, but man, since open today, it's been a bit brutal. Definitely looking for more of a support hold on some of these. Switch over to like Apple, Microsoft, stocks like that, and we zoom out. A lot of them are starting to approach key levels from the past couple of days. So I would expect some support hold to start coming into play on some of these. Microsoft looks pretty brutal. If I had to single them out. This will be a big test. Pretty weird dynamic today off of yesterday, though. Definitely a day to adapt and a day to have an open mind. That's for sure. Really, also, I think not even a terrible day to sit on the sidelines for right now. There's a lot of chop, a lot of mixed activity going on. I'm not loving it. I would try to stick to some individual stocks that might just have some, like, individual bullishness going on, like maybe like CoreWeave or stocks like along this nature. Like Affirm has pretty good PA today. AFRM extending up 4%, pretty good. I really want Tempest to go up, AK says. It's been coming back well for you so far. Come on, let's get through 55.20. $55.20, baby. Come on, AK says. There we go. There we go. Nice candle there for you. Lost some money because of the chop, Demir says. Damn. Yeah, there is a lot of chop going on. There we go, though, AK. Tempest getting it done for now. We needed tariffs to pay our debts. Now what? Now who's gonna pay them? That's funny. We only have one future. You might be the first person I've heard say that yet. Plug just crossed $1? No way. Wow. Plug power did just explode. Klaus says Joby. Joby. Coming back alive. This looks great. Let's go, Joby. Joby over $9. Let's go. It's going to break the high of pre-market. It's above the high of yesterday right now. The high of pre-market is in sight. And there it goes. It breaks. Joby continuing. Let's go, Joby. This is where the money's at. Got some good flows on Joby. See you later, Outlaw. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Buy the dip. Hell yeah. Look at some of those good supports coming up for sure. SPY still holding 590 for now. Man, back to Joby. I hope I'm saying this right. Joby. That'd be funny if this whole time it was called Jobby. Pretty sure it's not. I think I looked it up before. CRM pulling down a lot from earnings. SMR down around 5%. Yeah, Joby is overextended, but that doesn't mean that it can't keep going. Just because stocks are overextended does not mean that they can't keep going in the short term. Looking at the daily chart of Joby, whenever Joby moves, it can have periods where it has really good multi-day continuations, and it looks like today is just a continuation off of yesterday. Looks like there is major resistance coming up around 930. So that definitely needs to be on watch around $9.30 for sure. Very major level. Let's actually look at it on Bookmap. I would assume that there'd be a lot stacked up there on Joby. There's actually not a ton, but 920 to 930 has a little bit. Not as much as I would have thought, honestly, but... Joby's the name of your pet? I'm gonna buy one share just to buy him food. That's funny. What kind of pet is it? Like a dog? That would be really funny if, like, I was coming through your TV speakers or something, and whenever I said Joby, your dog thought I was talking about him. Or her. Oh, you said buy him food. Yeah, there we go. Tessie pulling back. Right back down to around the low of the day today. It's pretty close. 362, 362.20 coming up. Everyone says, wow, Nvidia selling back down. 140 is about to come into play. Watch out for this major support here at 140. I do think that there could be some dip buying coming in here around this level. There's a lot of selling and a lot of pullback, though. We'll see how well 140 can hold. Looking at the book map, there's not a ton of buyers stacked up there because, well, it traded around 140 already, so it kind of wiped them out, but over the past couple days. But we know psychologically, and just by charting, that this is a pretty decent support. Again, not saying it has to hold, but I'm expecting at least some reaction here, for sure. Ideal. It says Rocket Lab, ASTS, SMCI. ASTS, SMCI. You're loving these ones? Are you trading them back down? Rocket Lab just hit major resistance. Wow. They've been on fire, though, overall. It broke 140. That was pretty quick. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Wow. We'll be watching now, see where it gets to. Man, if it starts to get towards this resistance from yesterday, down around 137, 137.20, that'll be a pretty bad drop. We might be seeing it, though. Pretty weird action today. $5.90 on SPY as well. Wow, yeah, same time. Same time, Nvidia powering the SPY lower, it looks like. Of course, the whole Mag 7 probably looks pretty brutal, yeah. It's all looking pretty bad, so. Those supports, though, that just gave out were pretty rough. We saw some pretty big drops across the board there. Yeah, today is the day to have an open mind. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Ideal says, we pop in July, fellas. I'd love that. Nice July pop. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. Tesla getting close to 360. July's like my favorite month of the year, so let's go. I'll take it. Although I don't know it's going to be my favorite this time. But Autumn's mind is blown. And Tesla's down to major support. You think the gap could fill in SPY and Nvidia, Jeanette said. Looks like the gap already filled on SPY. Nvidia would fill the gap back to 137. I think it's possible, but that is pretty far. I'm mixed on that one, Jeanette. If Nvidia fills its gap back to 137, that'd be pretty far. It's not that far off, but it would be another like 3-point drop. I think that would be pretty rare. But could it happen? 100%. Pretty weird how it's reacting here at 140 again. Might be using it as some confirmation before running lower. Oh wow, I think that was the case. I'm not saying it'll fill the gap all the way, but it's definitely getting close. First, next minor support 139. I don't really see much around 138, 138.50, mainly just 139 and then 137. Ideal's looking for some bounce soon. Might not get it with this PA. SPY 587 will be a big level there. I guess that's where the gap would fill on SPY, would be 587. It would line up perfectly with Nvidia touching its support too. Wow. Rockin' a hard place brain said, it's funny how UNH is getting sued for not providing enough services to customers while also getting sued by BlackRock for providing too many services. Really? That's funny. Yeah, UNH has a lot of problems right now. They have a lot of negative public sentiment as well. Boeing's going crazy. Whoa, Boeing. Boeing does look pretty solid here intraday. Even on the daily, it's coming back up off the dip and retesting solid resistance. I could see it breaking and going for a good move. Man, what a move. Great call there. Catching this one on the radar. Wow. 207. That was quite the run by them. They were actually down around $200 support recently. Bounced like right off of it. Ripped up. VA going to 220, then maybe 240. Ideal says. I can see 220. 220 is pretty realistic here. 240 is not unrealistic either, really. It just... I like how it's moving off of this little period of consolidation here that I'm pointing to on the daily chart. And if we do start to rip above 210, 220 could be in play pretty quickly. I think we could see a period of candles kind of like this, where you get like a really good extension out of here. Robert used to work at UNH. You would not recommend them as an employee. No discounts? That's funny. No employee discounts. Come on, UNH. Bad culture. You should go testify against them in court, Robert. Maybe some of those class action lawsuits will pay you to testify. I don't know if you're allowed to do that or not, but I'm just kidding, by the way. Kidding. Michael said, I bought Boeing calls before the bot called it out. Let's go. Got it before the bot. Man, Boeing 208.30. I'm going to check the news with them now. Boeing can have a lot of news from time to time. They said Chinese Airlines going to take deliveries of new aircraft starting in June. Getting close to achieving 38 per month production rate for 737 MAX. Popped up another dollar up to 209 now. Watch for 210. Go check on the NASDAQ and the SPY again. SPY's actually using 590 now as solid resistance and almost confirming off of it back down. That looks pretty brutal. Now that's no bueno. That makes it look a lot rougher for SPY whenever you get little confirmations like that. Testifying against Boeing's bad for your health. Rip Robert. Oh gosh. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. That's funny. We were talking about UNH though, but you're right. If it was Boeing, it'd be really funny. Uber. Bounce to over 100 soon, Ideal says. You're looking for a bounce. Let's go look at the daily. It is approaching some pretty big support. 80 to 82 is pretty huge. I'll be watching for it. Go back to Tesla really quickly. Gonna mark resistance overhead where it's needed. They did actually break under 360 momentarily, but kind of held it. And now they're popping back. Just a little bit. We'll see if they get back under 360. It's a big level though. Mason was down 500 on his puts. Now he's up in the green. Look at that wild swing. Wow. That's wild, Mason. That is wild. That breakdown's nuts. Yeah, it has been pretty crazy. A lot of crazy swings. Tomorrow we have some pretty big data though. Want to make everybody aware of this. Tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens, PCE data will be releasing. Personal income, personal spending data. This is going to give the Federal Reserve more of an indication on how consumers are doing and how inflation's going. So have your eyes open for this data tomorrow. This could end up being pretty influential data for the market, especially considering the way the market's been moving this week. I would not be surprised if it moved in a bit of a weird way. Definitely would not. 1 hour before open, 8:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Key PCE data. BBY, no, Ideal says. Sonia wants some Boeing levels. Boeing 210, Sonia, is huge here. It won't load, but $210 is critical on Boeing. Michael said it broke 210. Look at how TradingView won't load. All right. I'm gonna pull up Thinkorswim. Yeah, it did break 210 a little bit. Notice how on the 1 minute candles, it didn't really have any substance over 210, but there it goes. Yeah, TradingView must be having hiccups here.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search for you.
210 is a major resistance. Besides that, the next major one is up around 220. But I'll zoom out and try to find some that are a bit more relevant. You just have to go so far back on Boeing to find these. Ooh. Looks like 214 to 215 is huge. 214 is huge past this point. So that's got to be on watch past here. 214 and then 218, 220 past that. It is getting over 210 though. Does FSLR run over $300 or fall to 125? FSLR run over 300 or fall to 125? It's a lot closer to 125. Run to 300. That's a tough question. I'm gonna consult the crystal ball on this one. Let me warm up the crystal ball really quick.
All right.
All right, the crystal ball is about to speak.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Whoa, what an answer. 60% of the time, it works every time. Whoa. What an answer on that. It looks like FSLR is going to hold some of these lower supports. 125 is pretty low. If we want to just call it like 120, I could see it holding there, but I could see it holding 120. That's a tough one, though. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go. Hell yeah, like it up, Brain says. Appreciate that. Get those likes going. 100 viewers, 20 likes. Let's get those up. Rookie numbers in the chat. Nvidia. Everyone says Fs. It's chopping around 140. Boeing getting that good move going. There we go. 212. Yes, Boeing. Very nice. Love it with Boeing. Yeah, that news with their CEO is pretty badass. Getting close to achieving 38 per month production. We saw that news a bit earlier for them. I think we actually still have it pulled up. Yep. Awesome. SPY pulling back. Wow, it's actually coming up off of the base right now. Past few minutes, SPY's been roaring back to 590. Looks like it's coming back a bit more, forming a bit of a base down here. We're getting to some weird price action. Pansy Man says, bunch of slackers. What do we think about Hood to the downside, James asked. I kind of like it. I like it to the downside personally. Quite a bit. Even if it rips up here a little bit off of this like low of the day, watch for it to like continue to reject down somewhere in this range, and it could create a good buying opportunity for you for some puts on resistance or something as it starts to rip up. But I like it down quite a bit. As we zoom out, it's pretty overextended in the short term. If we go to the daily, I mean, it's pretty high. It's right on at like a huge level where it's like double and triple topping. Could there be a scenario where it ends up breaking out through here? For sure. But I like the way it's moving today for a potential continuation down. And the real continuation down might really come tomorrow. It might just consolidate a little bit for like the rest of the day today, but I do like it down. Pretty cool setup here. Cool play. Check your crystal ball for CoreWeave, please. CRWV. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, no problem. Unfortunately, CoreWeave now pulled back under 125 resistance, and it does seem like they are slowing up a lot here in the short term. That's not a good sign in my eyes to see them pull back in that way. Now, we could draw like an overall trend on CoreWeave here. You know, this ain't gonna line up perfect, but we can generally see that CoreWeave has been following this trend to the upside. And as it dips here, it's going to be coming down to test, number one, the trend. Number two, some pretty critical supports as well. There are a couple levels I see right off the bat here that it's actually pretty close to. More specifically, I'm not even going to draw it because I want to show you guys. Like, look at these wicks from pre-market today where I'm drawing these arrows to. It's starting to consolidate a little bit, like right on there. So that'll be a first area of support here, but I don't love the PA on CoreWeave. I don't like the way that it pulled back under 125. Would have much preferred a better continuation and breakout overhead. And even if it did pull back a little bit, I feel like this pullback was pretty rough. It's like all the way back, essentially, to the low of pre-market. So, and not the best sign. Now, it'll probably end up hitting here and potentially bouncing slightly back up, but I'm not really looking at like a high of day test again, personally. See you later, Brain. Or Demure, I meant. He says, I'm out of here. See you later, Demure. Tesla rebounding, Matthew said. TSLA. Hey, nice. Awesome. Yeah, it is bouncing up pretty well. 360, 362. Now Boeing selling off, Wade said. Pulled back finally, I see. Yup. Wow, pulled back under 210 pretty quickly. That was pretty fast. That's why it's important to scale out, take profits on the way up. I do gotta say, that was a pretty quick turnover there. But throw up the Mag 7 setup real fast. All right, now is your call to get your protein in if you haven't had it yet today. It's protein shake time. I have my protein shake right here. It's ready to go. It's been steeping this whole time while we've been waiting for the stream, or while we've been streaming. About an hour in. All right, I'm gonna down it. I'm not gonna go for a record in time today, so it might be like 30 seconds or something, but get it in. All right, there we go. Got it going. How are safe haven assets like silver doing? SLV? Not terrible. They're up quite a bit today, but they pulled back from open. But they gapped up, so I would say not the best, but really not bad. They did move up slightly. I am worried that gold's going to turn over more in the short term. I am a little fearful of that. Silver has been moving pretty weirdly, too. A lot of weird price action here.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid.
Thanks, that I'm just speculating now. Made 1,300 off NQ on that dump and retrace. Nice. It was a pretty good dump. Why do you think you're just speculating, though? $362 support. This is a big level on Tesla. Tessie's coming back. Who was buying the dip at 360? You're probably very happy right now. Oh, spectating. Ah, sorry. Tom, what are the next big levels for ARM? ARM. That was a massive pullback for ARM. Too bad it couldn't really get that good 140 breakout this morning. Ooh, 130 is going to be huge coming up on ARM. I love the way it lines up. Yeah, 130 will be critical here. $132 is not bad, not bad either. FOMO kind of getting me though, NQ printing today, but still market maker BS. Gotcha. FOMO, don't let the FOMO get you. You'll probably find another opportunity though. It'll be nice and solid for you. Xylophone. I don't know how to say your name, Silo. Tried to do earnings plays by buying the dip on positive results, but huge sell-offs. Got burned so far. Were you trying it on Nvidia specifically? And you bought today after the earnings, right, Silo? My views, I'm an ARM put, so 130 is a big buy wall. It is, yeah. Yeah, 130 is going to be a big support coming up for you. It'll probably slow down a little bit there today or tomorrow if it does keep dropping. It's the first next level that I'm watching for past 132. Can Reddit make a run? Let's go check. RDDT. Yeah, it could try to make more of a run. It has made a pretty good run today. And here's what I noticed with Reddit, and you might like this, especially right now because it's dipping, creating an opportunity. Look at how within this box and within these boxes, Reddit likes to go through these periods of chop before it like breaks out. And right now, it's like in this period of like slight chop where it's like pulling back down. If you're looking for a good continuation here, you're going to want to buy somewhere around like the bottom of this box or like a recovery back up. at some point, this uptrend is going to come to an end today, and one of these is going to end up resulting in a turnover. So identifying that will be pretty crucial if it happens, but overall, it's been trending up pretty well, and I could see it continuing up off of this setup here. It's not terrible. Again, like I said, you know, you could just stop out somewhere like just under the box or somewhere like that. It's starting to get pretty good looking, though, as far as the potential dip buy here. I like it, Mr. Wu. Michael says, you think Joby will go back up? Joby. Let's see. Joby, $9 resistance. That's a big level. Do I think it'll get back up today? There's potential for it, but I don't love it the way that it's moving right now. I don't love it the way that it's pulled back. The way that it got back under 9 and is now sticking under there definitely worries me a bit more. Give me 1 sec. No problem, Tiger. I bought out of the money calls when it was 125. Lesson learned, AK said. You're a reversal trader, not a follow the line trader. Gotcha. Yeah, some people go for more of those trend reversal setups. Some people stick more with, like, following the trend. Kevin said Apple was about to fly earlier. Wow, it's still at this support. It's stuck. Apple 201. That is pretty crucial here. D-Wave Quantum puts are working okay? Is that QUBT? No, that's QBTS. D-Wave Quantum down 6.6%. Pretty rough. That's some bad price action there. Man, down around 1635. Brutal. D-Wave Quantum. It really has pulled back pretty hard today, though. 6.15% and very consistent on the downside move. Core Weave's killing you, CRWV. Try not to get killed by things. It's okay to lose some plays, but... I have never been killed, Tansy says. That's funny. I have never died. Nvidia is coming back up, Blackflower says. It does look pretty solid here. I think that what we're going to start to run into here with Nvidia is a lot of chop. We have this period of lower highs coming into play, and I'm watching for that to continue to hold up somewhere up here. But at the same time, we're probably going to form some more than higher lows somewhere along the way too. Are we going to get into like a little bit of like a wedge or a triangle formation here with Nvidia as it chops between this range? I could see it. Praz says, but have you ever lived? No. Have I ever lived? Only on Wednesdays. Go check Tesla. Right up to 365. Pretty big resistance here before we get up to that high of the day. It's right in the middle of its range. And whenever it was in this range earlier today, it chopped around a shit ton. Right between like 365.70 to 366, and then like on the lower end around like 364. I've raced coast to coast on choppers. It doesn't get more alive than that kind of tomfoolery. That actually sounds pretty fun. You jinxed yourself, DJ said. Temp is trying to come back on the 15. Brain says, trying think or swim. The interface doesn't look anywhere near as good as TradingView. Yeah, the charting interface itself isn't bad. I think it's pretty solid. You can set it up to look a little bit differently. I'm trying to think about some stuff that might help you with it. I don't know, you can customize almost anything you want on it. Yeah, this is the desktop version right here. on this chart that I pulled up. Oh, I see. Yeah, gotcha. I like it on the phone too. I use it on the phone quite a bit. I actually use it more on the phone than I use TradingView on the phone. Because it's just, I don't know why. It's pretty, pretty good. It looks just like the computer anyways, which I like. I'm gonna jinx myself again? Don't do it. Everybody force push Tempest up with your mental fortitude, AK says. Force push it up. Like from Star Wars, the Force. Stopped out of LTBR now? Light Bridge. All right, guys, quick intermission. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a water, check on the daughter real fast. Quick intermission. We'll be right back. Maybe we'll do round 2 on Tetris next time.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
All right. We are back. What's up? It's anybody's game at this point. Here comes the mental push we needed, DJ said. Wow, LTBR really sold off, didn't it? Lightbridge. Tempest. AK's liking it. Michael said, if I was setting hard stops, I'd be up so much more right now. What were you setting? Trailing stops, Michael? No matter what strategy you do, you're going to be in a situation where you feel like you missed out that day. Almost no matter what strategy you do, you're going to feel like that at some point. AK's up, but not enough. I want more. Nvidia up 5%, powering higher. Wow, holding well above 140 right now. Chopping right back up into this chop zone. It stopped pretty close to where I thought it would stop today. 140. It was pretty close. It was within $1. Within $1. Me too on Tempest. We need the force. Yeah, don't even think about it. Hey, there we go. Up to 56 with Tempest. That's my resistance that I have. There we go. Fire right here. Did you guys see that there's like a tropical storm? Something like that. Alvin? Whoa, Robert Nixon. If I give you a playlist of EDM/lo-fi songs, will you give it a listen and add them to the stream? Need an upgrade, my guy. Stay blessed, y'all. Robert, as long as it doesn't get me in copyright trouble with YouTube, I got you, man. As long as it doesn't get me into copyright trouble. That's the only reason that I'm stuck on this stuff. See you later, brain. AK says my lo-fi is the best. It would make me angry. I would just search up like non-copyright lo-fi and I'd play it and it would still give me the copyright stuff. It was wild. So you said yours is literally the best. Is it copyright though? Whenever you says yours, like, did you make the songs, AK? Is that what you're saying? Let's go though. Appreciate the 5 spot, Robert. That'd be really cool, AK, if you made your own. Oh, you don't know? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, YouTube likes to be mean to me, AK. It's not fair. He goes, hell nah. I'm not musically inclined like that. That's funny. Agreed, you should play some funk. Fonk or Fonk, however you say that. SPY 591 right now. Slowly but surely trying to chop higher. All right. Tesla is slowing up. Nvidia slowing down a little bit, but no problem. Brain, appreciate you joining up. What will the impact of robo-taxis on your Uber stock? I do think that that could end up being something big for them, but maybe they'll end up partnering with somebody, or they'll get their own fleet of robo-taxis, or... It's tough to say there. That's kind of what I was thinking, though. Whoa, Robert. You make me move and Robert's sad. Uh-oh.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling.
Tesla is partnered with Uber, but not in a big way. Maybe that could be a partnership that gets expanded. Yeah, that could be something that I think about. But that does worry me with Uber overall, though. Like, the robo-taxis could take Uber over a little bit. My fiance's father does DoorDash, where he, like, delivers food to people. He's older and he loves it. He doesn't have to do anything nuts. Just pick up the food and take it there. Autumn says, I'm not riding in a freaking robo-taxi. I'll be honest with you, Autumn. Some of my Uber drivers have scared me more than I think any driverless taxi could. The Uber drivers sometimes are freaky, if I'm being honest. Mason did a Waymo and said it was scary? Oh, wow. That does sound a little scary. I will be honest, like, I couldn't imagine it. You know, I couldn't imagine it. I've never done it. And if I had to choose, I think I would choose the ones with the people. But I'm curious to hear why it was scary. Maybe just because no one was driving. It's just kind of a freaky concept. Coming up to red lights, they go in a little fast. Oh, God. Michael broke the 30K port size. Next stop, 50K. Let's go, Michael. Dubs in the chat for you. Dubs all day long, Michael. Let's go. Guys, fire it off for Michael in the chat. Hitting the 30K port size. Let's go. Next stop, 50K. Hell yeah. Keep hitting those goals. That's fire. Palantir, 121.50, trying to hold it up. Trying to hold it. Look at Palantir the past few trading days. It constantly has these weird dips. And then like immediate recoveries. Are we gonna get the recovery coming in here again? We might just get it. It's weird PA. Scruffy says, come on, Nvidia. NVDA. Wow, 143.40, 143.50, still holding up. Like I said, it's back like into the chop zone from earlier. This zone might see a lot of chop for Nvidia. It's had a lot of reaction lately. Don't be surprised if we test this lower support even. This next support would be nice. Right here. Right around 141 to 140.80. Scruffy had a call. They bought around 140. Just got stopped out on that candle on Nvidia. Made 30% though. There you go. Beautiful. AK says, bro, I would take a robo-taxi over the death boxes I was getting into with regular taxis. The death box. They should do like the Tesla truck robo-taxis. That'd be kind of cool. They should do a robo-taxi that's like supposed to be super safe. One that has like steel-plated doors and shit. Like a robo-taxi truck that has like a lot of protections where like it's nearly impossible to die inside of it from a crash. How about a pilotless Joby? There we go, Jason. Yes, a pilotless Joby. That's what I want to hear. Just so you guys are aware, this is what he's talking about. We could ride in one of these without a pilot. These things are wild looking. I'd be surprised if they didn't, honestly. God. I feel like that there's so much shit that could go wrong with these things. I guess it's like that with any flying vehicle, but... There's like 8 propellers on these things. I think 6. There's 6, but still. Look at how, like, it points forward. I didn't know that it would point forward like that ever, like the propellers or the arms. Interesting. I thought maybe a little bit, but not like this. Wow, Tempest is really going now. AK. Gotta be loving this. Yeah, that's what they're doing with Tesla, AK. That's pretty cool. Haha. Tangy says helicopters were invented in the 50s. None that were set up like this, though, Tangy. I'm sure there actually was, but not like this. Were helicopters really invented in the 50s? I thought they were around well before then. When were helicopters invented? The first helicopter was called the VS-300, the first practical one. Flown on September 14th, 1939. It looks kind of like the first airplane. It has a propeller on top of it. Look at this picture of this helicopter here. You know what I bet that they learned really quickly with these helicopters is don't reach your hand up to adjust your hat or something, or don't put your arms up in the air for any reason. Look at how close they are to the propeller. Like, all this guy has to do is just, like, mistakenly put his arm in the air. It's gone. Like, so close to it. Who jinxed TEM? Oh, sorry about that. No, I didn't see Total Recall, Jason. But I've had people mention it to me before. It's book map time. Google. Spy, let's see. Bouncing around like crazy down here. Still sitting around 590 though. Just very choppy. Almost not even fun to play. The quantums look pretty rough. Tandy says there's no way around the fixed maintenance cost per hours operated. It's the only problem with the new VTOLs. So many people must have died testing these, AK said. I didn't know that the first flight a commercial pilot takes is the first flight they've ever taken in a big plane like that. So you can get on a plane with a first-time pilot. Man, yeah, usually they've operated as a co-pilot, and I know that they have to have a certain amount of flight hours as well for like commercial passenger flights. So I'm not like 100% sure about all of that stuff that you're saying, Mason, because I know that you need like hundreds and hundreds of flight hours to be like considered like flight worthy or to get like your commercial license, or I'm not 100% sure there, but I know you need a lot of hours flying. It might not be on simulator. I don't think it all is on simulator though. Well, what I mean, Mason, is like it might not be a commercial like plane. It might be like a non-commercial plane. A lot of those pilots were in the Air Force. Not saying that all come from there, but a lot have hours from that stuff, as well as I think other hours that you can acquire doing other things, like I would assume like cargo, things like that. Maybe like working for like UPS, or not 100% sure there, but yeah, I gotcha. I see what you're saying, because it's such a big size difference. I see. $1,500 hours minimum to get hired at the airlines. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think it's actually harder to fly the smaller aircrafts, Mason, if I'm not mistaken. Granted, it's not as, you know, there's not a lot of people on board, but Michael said thousands of hours in Sims too. Yeah. That would be pretty wild if I got on a commercial airline and I found out that it was that pilot's very first time ever on a big plane like that, operating a big plane. I would be pretty freaked out. Not freaked out, but it would just be like a little weird to hear. For sure. For sure. I couldn't imagine that. I would have thought that they would have had to have at least like, I don't know, have flown it before. Or like maybe co-piloted, but then, you know, piloted it for periods throughout it or something. Weird though. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you could co-pilot it, but like just like be the pilot for like an hour or whatever, you know. I don't know. I would think that they would have some type of huge cargo planes, right? Oh no, Tangy. Let's go check Boeing here. 207.50. Looking pretty good. Overhead, we have 212. 212.30. Speaking of the airlines, let's go check DAL, AAL, UAL. DAL pulled back a lot today. They had some weird action last night with everything else moving up, I guess.
baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always, always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Start as co-pilot with captain supervision. Autumn says, I would run. Go check Palantir. All right, Tessie and Nvidia, the two big boys today. Tesla's right on support here, 362. It's been pulling back now for about 30 minutes. Straight down to big support. Need to see this hold here for a nice bounce back. Nvidia's on support as well. Both on support at the same time. Going back to our watch list on the day. Scrolling back to the top. Gonna go back from the top to the bottom. AI, 26%, but it is pulling back quite a bit. Looks like a no play as of now. Plugs up a little bit, but they're like right at $1 a share. This is a big psychological spot for them. If you do see some meaningful action above here, that could be an option, but Teladoc, 5%. Teladoc's actually getting some good intraday PA. New high of the day being made right now as we speak, actually. It's looking really solid. Sold my Boeing calls at the top. That was lucky. BA. Wow, you sold them right at the top? Nice. I think right around 210 was a good time to sell, so anywhere 210 or higher, really not bad. Waymos? Yeah, they're not all over, I saw. My mom used one whenever she went on like a cruise or something. She used a Waymo at somewhere down south. Maybe Texas or Florida or something, but I keep hearing all the time of like new states or Waymo coming to a new city or a new state all the time. We'll see how integrated they get here soon. There's a video of one that kept circling in a parking lot and it wouldn't let the guy out. I saw that one. Oh my god, we gotta get that up. Waymo car circling in parking lot. Let's see. We gotta get this video, right? Here we go. Please tell me this is the one.
Has this been hacked? What's going on? I feel like I'm in the movies.
Ha!
I'm in a Waymo car.
This car may be recorded for quality assurance.
This car is just going in circles.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling from Waymo Support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing some routing issue. Please bear with me while I am.
Yeah, I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy. Look at what it's doing.
I understand. I'm really, really sorry, Mike. We're currently working with the situation of the vehicle. Is it circling around a parking lot, right?
It's circling around a parking lot.
If you have your app pulled up, I need you to tap My Trip in the lower left corner of your app.
Can't you just do it? You should be able to handle it. Take over the car. You don't need my
Dude,
phone.
I would hop into that driver's seat and
I
like
don't
break
have
the
an
steering
option
wheel
to
or
control
something.
the car.
Maybe
Oh
Mike,
my
I'm really
God.
so sorry
I
about
wouldn't
this.
Well, can you
be
stop this
handling
car?
all this stuff.
I am trying
My
to pull
goodness.
it over right now. Apologies.
I can't get out the car.
I would be
Has this
yelling
been
at the
hacked?
lady,
What's going
turn
on? I
it
feel
the
like I'm
hell
in the movies.
off. I would say, I'm not going in my app. Turn it off. Turn it off. If they can't turn it off from their end, then that's really bad. That was actually going pretty fast. Yeah, not too bad. The doors are locked. Oh, man. You can literally get trapped. That's crazy. It's like it locks the doors on you and just drives off a bridge. It's terrible to think about, but I hate to say it. It's gonna happen to somebody eventually. Look at Tessie bouncing so well at 362. Let's go, guys. That's a good bounce. Maybe Tessie will be heading back towards its higher end of the day. That would be beautiful up around 367 to 367.50. That is like some scary movie type stuff. Like Final Destination or something. But with AI. That freaks me out, actually, that, like, what if AI started doing, like, Final Destination on people? That'd be nuts. West Coast Cultural and Technology Hub. Local screws with the robots constantly? Really? Final Destination AI? Yeah, we just came up with a new idea. We could sell this to the makers of the Final Destination. ChatGPT can write it. Now, yeah, that'd be perfect. That'll save us some time. The homeless people in San Francisco attack the food delivery robots and steal the food? Yeah. It's bound to happen. That's funny. I'm sure that goes on a lot over there. It's not super funny, but it's a little comical, I'll say. I sit there and I think about it and I'm like, it ain't that funny, but it is a bit comical. It is funny. All those college campuses have food delivery robots? Really? Those robots are wild. I'd be scared to eat it after the robot gave me it now. I ran one over. It's Chill's protein time now. There you go. People hit him all the time crossing the street. I wouldn't want to hit it just because of my damn car. Just gets worse and worse over there. Let's go look at some growth stocks. They might not be up 10% today, but we're going to look at some. FSLR. Little 1 minute action, not too bad. Enphase maybe today. Little nothing too much there. Moderna. Okay, intraday price action. CoreWeave dipped down a lot. I don't love the way it's setting up now. Tempest rejecting. AI 25%, sitting around $30 a share. Let's go see Enphase here.
Some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again.
It's Choppy Thursday with SPY and Nvidia. It really is, KO. Very choppy Thursday today. Nvidia right around 141. It continues to hold its ground, but just chopping around this major chop zone. I agree. Very choppy. Even Tesla. Excuse me, Tesla. I'm yawning out here today. What the hell?
We got millions of reasons.
SPY pulling back. 588.50 support coming up.
Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not
Pretty big level there to keep on the radar.
and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways.
New LOD on SPY shortly. It could be coming, Jeanette. Yeah, I could see it coming and playing out that way, Jeanette. It's pretty rough here today. To see this continue to hold up where I'm circling was a bad sign. I am a little bit skeptical that SPY could try to hold the low of day as support, maybe form like a higher low here, but I don't love it. I don't love that setup. I definitely lean more down for like a better breakdown. It'd be nice to see it test 587 since we're actually getting some good downside action below 590. A 587 test would be enough for me.
changes.
GME's dropping like a rock. GameStop. $30 a share.
Life.
Go check QQQ. 520 coming up on this one. Of course, the SPY has its low of day down around 589, where the QQQ is just sitting around 520. Both are in very similar setups, though, of course, as usual. SPY right around that low of the day. This is where we're going to get to see if we form a good bounce off the support. But I'm actually leaning more for a breakdown. So let's see how we can play this one out. Hopefully a nice low of day break can be just enough what we need for some put opportunities here. Get some puts to the downside. But all right, guys, I appreciate everybody joining up. It's been a fun, thirsty Thursday out there. This week's flying by, being a short week. If you're new to the channel, of course, destroy that subscribe button. We are so close to 4,000 subs. 2 away. We'll probably hit it tomorrow or right now. Have a great one. Let's go, let's go. For the rest of the day today, keep watching the SPY lower support range. If we end up breaking this down, 587 will be coming into play. I don't really see SPY getting much under 587. It's always possible, but I don't really see too much more than that. That would be quite the sell-off if that were the case. But all right, guys, have a great one. I'll talk to you later. See you in the Discord.